G'day and welcome back to another episode of Garage Blitz. Today we've got a new product from Norsk. Well, it's an addition to their product lineup. This is called the Diamond patent from Norsk. It's only just been released. New patent, it's exclusive to Norsk, and I've showed you before in another review that we did on the Norsk PVC product. The standard one has a raised coin look or appearance about it, but this one's just been released. Same good quality product that they've had in the past, but with a few additions. This is a new colour by Norsk, which is their graphite colour. Unique because they've been working on a colour that will be user-friendly in the garage. So it'll hide a lot of the dust that you do bring in, and also any tyre marks and stuff like that could possibly occur. So the colour is very durable and great for a garage, so you're not having to clean it all the time. Still has the patented water channeling device underneath the tile, which allows your concrete to breathe naturally, which is the single most reason why epoxy paint peels off concrete floors. Still has the Norsk patented locking mechanism, which really locks in tight and gives you a nice finish. I'll just show you a product that's been sold online. It's been advertised, and they've been saying that he supplies all the industry and whatnot, but I just wanted to show you that it's a completely different tile. You see the thickness of it, it's only about 5mm high. It's got a very old-fashioned locking mechanism. Now, I've seen this on concrete floors before. We end up with gaps and whatnot. Unlike the Norsk PVC tile, which has the mushroom locking mechanism, locks in tight, gives you a nice finish. Underneath you can see this particular tile that you can get online. It's flat. You've got to watch that. It can obviously create a lot of smell in the garage because any moisture coming up from the concrete has nowhere to go. The other thing too, like I mentioned before, it is very, very thin, and there's a possibility that it can come apart when you drive in and out of the garage. But the worst thing about this tile is that this has been sitting in the back of my truck for nearly 6 months in the hot sun, and it still stinks to high heaven. And if you put this in a garage in an enclosed area, it's going to smell. So anyway, there's a reason why this product's a lot cheaper than Norsk. We'll throw that one away. So we're in beautiful Seaforth, New South Wales, Australia, where customers had a problem with epoxy paint peeling off the concrete floor. And this is a beautiful product to go straight over the top. Now the customer's going to lay it themselves, and they'll be starting in a shape of the letter L and moving back. We'll be coming back after they've installed it, take a few photos, just show you how they went, and also ask them how they went. But yeah, the reason why we're doing this video is to show that you can do this yourself if you'd like to save some money, and the product's been designed in that fashion so you can do it yourself. So when you come back after the break, we should have a nice floor laid down. See you shortly. G'day and welcome back from the break. Before we move on and see the floor in its installed state, we'll quickly talk about how to install the multi-purpose PVC interlocking flooring by Norsk. So there's two ways to install the floor, and you may have watched my other video on it. One is to tile like a ceramic tiler. So basically we'll string line down the centre of the garage and tile from left to right out. That will increase your cutting. Obviously you have to cut on both the right hand side and left hand side from the back of the garage. But usually we'll choose that option if you're trying to have a border around the outside of the garage, or if the garage is very, very unsquare. The fastest way to tile, like I've mentioned before in the other video, is in the shape of the letter L, and that's what this customer has done here. We've started with the shape of the letter L running across the front of the garage and then down the sides. And I'll just quickly grab a tile, Josh, this way. So by doing so, all we have to do is remove the tags off the side of the tile. So we have our 10mm expansion gap. We need an expansion gap all the way around the garage. If your garage is quite small, This is very large, it's 60 square metres. If the garage is small, you can go down to 5 millimetres, and if it's not exposed to the sun too much. But the recommendation by Norsk is 10 millimetre expansion gap. That gap can be hidden by a skirting board, half round, or a lot of customers do leave the skirting board off. And it's not a bad idea because the tile is designed to allow any moisture coming up from your concrete slab to dissipate out through the sides and dry out your concrete floor. So just reviewing that again, the fastest way is, but it is a little bit more difficult, is starting in the shape of the letter L. It's more difficult in regards to that you need to make sure that your letter L is, or your right angle is perfect, because obviously when you start getting over here, you can find that the tiles won't go together. So we need that right angle perfect. And what you will find is that if it does get a little bit tight, you may have to, as you're laying in the shape of the letter L, hit that letter L back one way or back that way. But still bearing in mind that you've still got your expansion gap along that wall, along the front. Another tip that a customer mentioned to me just recently, they were sitting on the tiles while they were trying to put them in, and they didn't realise that they'd moved the tile across. So try not to sit on the tiles, or if you believe that the tile is getting tight to put in, get off the tile. Obviously we've got bare concrete here, and maybe tap the tile and so the tile fits in. So if I was to lay this tile in here, you hold it in this position here, and as you're tapping in, you're either pushing the tile this way or that way, so the lock's neatly engaged. But if you get the shape of your letter L right, you won't have any dramas. Going back to obviously centre line down, centre of the garage, we're tiling back this way. We would tile out in a diagonal fashion this side, and then a diagonal fashion that way. That way, obviously our entry, the ramps where the roller door closes is going to be bang on. The other thing too, Josh, if you can just point the camera down here, I try to get the ramps, or the roller, start the ramps so the roller door closes just on the tip of the ramp. That way you get a nice, neat seal, and it reduces dust coming into your garage. And also, oh hello Ruby, and we just had the customer's dog come in here. You see, he likes the Norsk PVC tiles. So we get the nice seal of the garage. Don't have the tiles or ramps poking out from the roller door, have them just inside, because we don't want to have to adjust the roller door or anything like that. So like I said, tiling back, whether we're doing the centre line of the garage, it's always diagonal out from those corner points, shape of the letter L, diagonally back out. But don't worry, every box comes with instructions, and Garage Blitz will help you out on how to install the tiles. We won't leave you on your own. Otherwise, we can install it for you. When we come back from the break, we'll interview the customer on how they went installing this floor. Thank you very much. G'day and welcome back to Garage Blitz. As mentioned earlier, we're in beautiful Seaforth, New South Wales, Australia, where a customer was to install a Norsk PVC flooring. Now this is our new product, or a new product by Norsk, called the Diamond Pattern. Still has all the features of the Norsk PVC tile, which I'll show you again very shortly. The customer installed this over a weekend, and Roberta's with me, but she doesn't want to come onto the camera. But, you are? Here we go. And I'll ask Roberta a couple of questions. How did you go?
Perfect. It was easier than we thought.
Yeah.
I was a little bit frightened at first, but once you follow the instructions, doing the L shape, and carry on, it's easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
This garage is bigger than normal, so it's a 60 square metre garage. So it did take you.
It took us a full day.
Yeah.
My husband and I and the boys moving the tiles around, but I was tired by the end of it, but happy that we accomplished laying it ourselves.
But it is doable. It's
doable. Yeah, it's easy.
Absolutely.
And I was worried about the tools. We ended up using secateurs, and it was easy to cut.
Excellent.
No
Very
problem.
fantastic. So it is doable from a DIY yourself, do-it-yourself installation. Hell of a lot easier, obviously, than say painting the garage yourself, and a lot more successful. You end up with a product that has a warranty and will last a long time. If we move back into here, Josh, just give the customer a little bit more of a view. They can see the product laid down. The result is absolutely amazing. I mean, we had epoxy paint peeling off here where the car was sitting, and we're able to go straight over the top with the Norsk PVC tile and hide all those problems. But you end up with a brand new looking floor, and the result is simply stunning. So reviewing once again, these are the Norsk products that are out there. This is the original coin pattern that I have here, raised coin, and the new Norsk PVC tile, which has a diamond effect, but also it's a little bit more shiny and a lot more resistant to picking up dirt, dust, and oils and chemicals and stuff like that. Still has the water channeling device underneath the tile, which is the single most reason why epoxy paint peels off concrete floors, and has the patented mushroom locking mechanism, which gives you that neat seal. So finishing off there, do your research, have a look around at the different products that are out there. Be aware that there are some very cheap and poor quality product out there, like this one that we've got here. As you can see, quite thin, flat underneath, old-fashioned locking mechanism, and it does smell quite strongly. Whereas with this floor, there is no smell whatsoever from it. There's a dog that resides in the garage, and you don't want them, stuck in an area where you've got strong chemical smells. So, finishing off, to make sure that you are buying the Norsk product, every Norsk tile has the logo embossed underneath the tile, right underneath there, so you know you're buying a genuine Norsk product. So there you go, folks. If you're looking for a flooring product that can be installed yourself, or we can install it for you, by all means give Garage Blitz a call or look at our website, garageblitz.com.au. Please do your research first. Like I said, there's a reason why there's other product out there that's cheap, but it's not going to last as long. So thank you for watching Garage Blitz. I'm Jamie. Have a good weekend.